thriving, to Sundays. Actually, they have a new location in Maginhawa, so
Ooh.
checking that out. Hopefully, I can also drop by sometime soon. So enjoy your lunch, Tita Pinky, and also wishing you a happy new year and hopefully see you soon. But speaking of the new year, so we are going to be talking about 8 ways to improve your relationships in 2024.
Ooh.
Yeah, so we'll start off. Number 1, give people permission to change. It can be challenging to recognize that people you might have known for years, like siblings, have evolved and may be entirely different than they once were. But in doing so and accepting the change, it will help you maintain genuine closeness over time. So, yes, people, things change. Change is always happening.
Yeah.
So, the quicker that you can come to terms with that, then the better the outcome, I suppose. Number 2, when the phone rings, pick it up. So, for instance, when someone calls you, pick up the phone, even if it's just to say hi, and find another time for a longer catch up. That 10 seconds feels so much better than going back and forth on text. So just those connections, taking care of those relationships and those friendships that we have, a simple phone call goes a long way. So number 3, beware of phubbing. Are you familiar with this term?
What is that?
Okay, so it's a combination of phone and snubbing. So glancing at your phone when someone is talking to you, or reaching for it whenever the conversation stalls, it can lead to feelings of hurt and frustration, and it's particularly damaging to romantic partnerships. Yeah, so just giving that quality time and your undivided attention as well. Very important. Number 4, when arguing, avoid generalizations. So, let me quickly just pause this song. I was on a roll, but hey, we are talking. If you guys are just tuning in, we are talking about ways to improve your relationships in 2024. So continuing with number 4, when arguing, avoid generalizations. So phrases like "you always" or "you never." Yeah, they're exaggerations. So, and they make others defensive. So instead of just going full blown into that, then just make an effort to focus only on the problem at hand. Yeah. So number 5, never underestimate the power of a compliment. So just keep it brief and sincere. When complimenting, a friend or a loved one, you can be more specific. Saying not just what you like about someone, for instance, but also expressing how that person makes you feel. Yeah, because compliments are always appreciated.
Yeah.
So number 6, when dealing with challenging family members, focus on what you can control. So as much as you might wish to, you cannot change your family members. So if she is a licensed clinical social worker, she recommends asking yourself, if this person didn't change anything about themselves or their behavior, what, if anything, could I do to make the relationship different? Yeah. So,
especially for older people.
Right, right. You also have to come to, the understanding that with our different generations, we all have our own ways of thinking and doing things. So just, a little bit of understanding will always go a long way as well. And also, we are getting to number 7. Don't let introversion stand in the way of deep connection. So, introverts, you can lean into your natural preferences and tendencies and seek out comfortable people in comfortable places and embrace the power of initiating plans, which also gives you control over who you socialize with and where. And lastly, number 8, when someone you love is upset, ask one simple question. The question is, do you want to be helped, heard, or hugged?
Wow.
So it's just, a simple question, and basically, how can I meet your needs?
These tips are so personal.
Yeah.
Like, I was so triggered by the phubbing one.
Yeah.
Because I'm guilty. I'm really guilty of doing it.
I know.
I do it all the time, but I promise I listen. But when other people do that to me, I can see why it might be a problem, because it feels like they're not really paying attention to you.
Exactly.
So even if your intention is to listen, you also have to think of the side of someone else. Like, how would they feel about it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I guess just being, aware of it and doing your, giving your best effort to avoid it, because it does really make a difference. Yeah. So monsters, if any of those, resonated with you, or if you want to also add to the list, again, we were talking about ways to improve your relationships in 2024. You can let us know at 0961 1367 931. But speaking of that hotline on Viber and Telegram, we did have Mitch come through and she requested a track. This one is going out to you, Mitch. Thank you so much for always requesting this one and all the love that you've shown it and me and all of us here at The Monster. We love ya. So, speaking of that, that is the title of the track that we're about to listen to. It is mine. Hope you guys enjoy it right here on The Monster.